we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, T-Bone, from the LUNSB Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew, sometimes with 2 bars. It's Sunday morning. It's 10:30. It's time for the Supplemental. You got to sing it along with me. It only feels right. And no one's going to judge you for your singing voice. On the Supplemental, we do 3 things, and we do it every Sunday morning as an excellent way to start your Sunday. We tell you about your upcoming national days of the week. We tell you about a comedy, a community, or a charity event that's happening in or around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area that we want you to know about. And we finish it off with This Week in History, trivia style. I got a stupid filter on TikTok running while we run live over there. And I don't have a lot of watchers over there, but they're at a bad angle. So like they get to see all of this from the side, and it's bad. So I put a stupid filter on there that makes me look so much better. So if I'm distracted by that, it is of my own doing. I have invited other people, as always, to join us on the Supplemental, but I can't say they'll be here. We'll find out soon. Let's get things started with your national days of the week, starting with tomorrow, mañana, domani, September the 15th. I'm looking at our options that were chosen by ChatGPT. And not only were they chosen by ChatGPT, they were chosen by Copilot, which has an amazing interface. But practicality, a little off. Cut that. Here we go. September 15th is National Cheese Toast Day. I must have missed the memo. I don't think I've had grilled cheese, which is cheese on top of toast or bread that is toasted / grilled. But I don't think I know what cheese toast is. I can picture toast and you put cheese on it. But in all of my food journeys, and I've had a few, I don't ever remember like waking up in the morning, you know would be awesome? To toast some beautiful, delicious, warm bread and then throw a slice of American on top. No. Not unless that American's got a little gabagool, a little spicy gabagool. or a little cold mortadella. It was so funny. So gabagool is just slang. It's such slang as far as what capicella is called. Right? So on the label it says capicola. It says capicola, and I was at the meat section yesterday, and they had a spicy capicola. So I said, "Yeah, let me get some of that spicy gabagool." He knew exactly what I was talking about. Unlike National Cheese Toast Day, I have no idea what they're talking about. Make toast, put cheese in. It's a lower form of grilled cheese. You should try to be poorer. Comments from the peanut section. I made grilled cheese sandwiches with an iron and aluminum foil. Don't talk to me about being poorer. Find a way to enjoy yourself. And you know what? Tomorrow morning, Monday, September 25th, I'm going to have myself some cheese toast. I am. In celebration of National Cheese Toast Day. Moving on. September 16th. We've been waiting for this one for a while. We want to support the Mexican drug lords, and we do it by eating guacamole. It's National Guacamole Day. That's right, September the 16th. Not only is it genuinely identified as the Chief Petty Officer Pinning Day, congratulations, Christina and Chris. It's your day. It's also National Guacamole Day. Now, the wonderful thing about guacamole is it doesn't take much. You, it doesn't take much at all. Here's your BB. Here is your BB guacamole recipe. You take an avocado, you cut the hole out of it, and you mash it up, and you add salt and pepper. Done. Done. That's BB guacamole. Now, you want to spice it up a little bit. You want to add a little something to it. You can get yourself a guacamole pack. You can get yourself some tomatoes. You can chop them up. You can put in some cebollos, some onions. You could put a bunch of things in your guac, but BB guacamole is chopped up avocado, a little salt, a little pepper, maybe a little garlic. A little garlic taste makes everything better. I don't care how you want your guacamole on Tuesday, but enjoy it on National Guacamole Day. Moving on. I don't even know what that is. I know what that is, and it's world. But I'm gonna lie to the audience, and they're not gonna know about it unless they're watching this, and I don't cut it out later. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No, Wednesday. Wednesday, September 17th. 17th. It's National Patient Safety Day. Now, I don't know what patient safety is going to be all about. I have been a patient, a reluctant one at that. And as a patient, you really don't have a lot of options when it comes to being safe. Like, there's somebody there all the time waiting to charge you money. Like, you ring the bell like, I would like to go potty now. And then someone will come in and they will walk you to the bathroom. I mean, they will walk you to the door that is the bathroom, and you will go in. You'll say, I'm okay. And then you'll finish up and you'll walk out, and they'll open the door and they'll walk you back to the bed. And that costs $450. Because everything in the hospital costs money. When you go to the hospital, as a reminder on World Patient Safety Day or National Patient Safety Day, take everything they give you. Take it all. You're going to pay for it anyway. If they give you a little roll-on deodorant there and you have your own deodorant and you never break the seal on it, take it because you're getting charged for it. $300 for roll-on deodorant. You want to keep your patients safe on National Patient Safety Day, stop overcharging them. Stop charging them heart attack money for stuff. The little cup that they give you to put your medicine in, $100. $100 for a little plastic cup that you put your pills in, one-time use. You could reuse it. You know, one of the 3 R's of recycling is reuse. You can reuse the $100 cup many, many times. But the lady who comes in with the food tray takes the cup away. I'm sure she puts it in a recycling bin. In a recycling bin full of money, because they're going to bring it back and charge you another $100 for the medicine distribution device. Shot glass. Yeah, 10-cent shot glass. $100. Walk to the bathroom, $400. World Patient Safety Day, National Patient Safety Day. Whatever you do, don't fall down. That is September 17th. National Patient Safety Day. Hey, the best way to be a safe patient, don't be one. Do everything you can. Work out, eat right, stop smoking, stop drinking, become a nun, whatever you got to do, stay out of the hospital. It's the last place you want to be. Hospitals suck. I speak from experience. 0 stars, do not recommend. And scene. Thursday, September 18th. It's National Cheeseburger Day. I mean, you shouldn't be eating cheeseburgers. They're bad for you. Okay? But, I mean, if there's a national day for eating cheeseburgers. I think it is your patriotic duty. It is your job as an American to fall into whatever it is that's being broadcast as a national day of the week. And there's what thing is more American than baseball, apple pie, and cheeseburgers? I know some might say hot dogs, which I agree. If it was National Hot Dog Day, I'd be making the same emphatic speech. But this time, I'm making the same emphatic speech about cheeseburgers. Now, you don't have to go overboard. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go to Fuddruckers and make you a quadruple stack, or go to Wendy's there and order off the secret menu a 17 patty burger. You don't have to do that on National Cheeseburger Day. You can just go to the home of the Whopper, go up to the window, get you a flame broiled single, just little cheeseburger, and you will find shrinkflation is real. Like, remember the buns used to be so big that they made a commercial. Where's the beef, right? Because there was a little bitty beef patty inside a gigantic bun, but at least the bun was filling. Now they shrank the buns, and the buns are the same size as the patty. And that's not good, okay? Because you need that bread. You need that cake. Yeah, in Europe, the American buns are so sweet they're considered cake and not bread. So, yeah, you need that cake. I don't care where you go. I don't care what you do. Find yourself a Castle's, a White Castle's. Find yourself a Crystal's. Go get a McDonald's single cheeseburger. It hurts my heart to buy a single cheeseburger. You have to buy two. And hopefully they make them the old-fashioned way, which doesn't involve a microwave, and they're tasty, and they're delicious, and it's very moderate, okay? Like, 2 cheeseburgers ain't going to kill you. 2 cheeseburgers many, many times over multiple years, that's got the potential. But if it's National Cheeseburger Day, just one day out of the year, have yourself a cheeseburger. And then go back to my previous day and talk about doing everything you could do to stay out of the hospital. Moderation. It's all about moderation. And think about that on Thursday, September 18th, National Cheeseburger Day. Moving on. Boy, I timed that burp correctly. Yes, I know what it means, James. That's why I giggled so much when I said it. I am aware, okay? I'm aware. I love that filter. No one would take me seriously if I used it over here. This was one we were waiting on. Friday. How can I do this more better? Friday be. Hold on, give me a second. This is my first time thinking about this. Friday, September 19th. Friday, September 19th be Talk Like a Pirate Day. And only because one of my coworkers recently said, hey, when's Talk Like a Pirate Day? And I don't know. I don't know these things in advance. I know them the morning of. And then I have this knowledge with me throughout the week, as do you. So yeah, it's Talk Like a Pirate Day. And when we talk like a pirate on National Talk Like a Pirate Day, what do we say? Arr. That's that. That's also the answer to James's question. And what else is piratey? Drunken Pirate, the Jack Sparrow version. I don't know. I think it has to be a little grovelly. Like, all of my modern pirate terminology language references I can pull from are all Jack Sparrow. And I didn't even watch that many. I mean, I've seen them all, but I didn't watch them over and over again. What about Calypso? She was a pirate. And the Chinese lady was a pirate. Pirates, man, you could just talk like you and be a pirate. But don't pirates have a history of being British? Arr, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Put it in your pipe. That is Friday, September 19th, National Talk Like a Pirate Day. Moving on. Taking a sip, looking at comments, and making funny faces. I love that. They gave me an extra one. Good to go. Okay. Boy, it's a lot of food on this one. Saturday, September 20th. It's National Fried Rice Day. It was a choice between pepperoni pizza and fried rice. And we've already talked about one cholesterol-causing cardiac issue food. We already talked about cheeseburgers. So this year, we're not going to talk about the pepperoni pizza. This year, we're going to talk about fried rice. Why? I'll tell you why. Because fried rice doesn't have to be bad for you. Number one, it's rice, which is a grain, which is on the pyramid. It's good for you. And then what do you add to your rice? You add vegetables. Lots of vegetables. I prefer frozen. Just a mixed frozen vegetables, and you just pour it in the thing, and you get that going. Now, soy sauce, not good for you. Low sodium soy sauce, not as bad for you. The oil that you choose, you get to choose how much, and you get to choose what kind. Could be canola, could be rapeseed, which is really good for high temperatures. And the protein that you put in your fried rice could be a lean protein, like pork or chicken. Or it could be whatever you want. There is this hierarchy out there of people who are fine dining connoisseurs of fried rice. Whatever, okay? Let me tell you, fried rice is leftover rice. That's what fried rice is. It's leftover rice and other things you have available. And you put it together, and you put it, and you fry it, and you eat it, and it's tasty, and it's delicious, and it's wonderful, and it's sustaining life. Don't be arguing. I love Spam in my fried rice. Tiny little cubes of Spam. Oh, yeah. With the vegetables. Yeah. There was a reason for all of this, and I'm not proud of it. But I don't eat a lot of fried rice these days. But if I did eat fried rice, I would heavy up on the vegetables because they're good for you. I would choose a lean protein, and I would reduce the amount of protein. And I would choose a good oil and a little bit of it, and lots of garlic, because garlic makes the world go round. And hot sauce. Hot sauce and garlic. These are all good things. Ooh-wee, I can't wait for Saturday, September 21st. Wait, yep. Saturday, September 20th for National Fried Rice Day. Taking a sip, looking at the comments. Be right back with the final for the week. No, I bet to see you say no. Oh, that's great. I love that. Yeah, it was a twist. R is not a pirate's favorite letter. It's C. So good. So well done. Thank you. Look at the teeth on that kid. I know people who have mouths like this, like Carly Simon and Steven Tyler. No wonders they get the tunes out. Finally, Sunday, September 21st. I guess I should have looked first. Yeah, we'll go with that. Sunday, September 21st. It's National Miniature Golf Day. Think about that, man. Thank you for the likes over there. Think about that. Thank you for the likes. When's the last time you went mini golfing? You know, it's an outdoor activity. Doesn't cost a lot of money. It's fun to do and family friendly. It's a good time. You know, you got the windmills and the whoop-de-whoops and the hooly-hoolies. Yeah, I'm a fan of mini golf. I'm also a fan of screen golf for completely different reasons. I love screen golf. I like mini golf. And heck, I even enjoy actual golf. But actual golf costs money. You got to invest in all the stuff. You got to go to places. You got to pay the fees. You got to rent the carts. It costs money. But, mini golf, you grab the wife and kids and you go and, yay! Everyone has a good time and it doesn't cost a lot of money. And it's usually connected to some other fun activities like skee ball and laser tag. I don't know. I don't even know where the nearest mini golf place is. And I don't think I can convince my betrothed to come along with me. We should have a LUNSB Show outing at a nearby mini golf place. We'll all go play 18 rounds of mini golf. We'll call it the LUNSB tournament. That could be a fun time. Think about that on Sunday, September 21st, National Mini Golf Day. Clearing my throat. Got no viewers over there. But old Maximo Banana there gave me a whole bunch of likes. Nice of him. All right. Moving on to your community, comedy, or charity note. Every week we try to tell you about something. No. Every week we tell you about something we want you to know about. Something that's happening that we think you could be helpful in and be useful for. Like we want you to go to support live comedy. So if there's a comedy show that we want to support, we'll let you know about that. If there's a community event going on that involves our community, we'd love to meet you out there. We're going to tell you about it. If there's a charity event that's going on, we're going to tell you about that. Support the charity. Try to do good things. This is the karma section. We try to earn back any of the bad things that we did with little good things that we're doing here. Like the people at the Northeast Fire and Rescue. These are our local firefighters. All of our local firefighters are volunteers. And the people who help the local firefighters are volunteers. A lot of volunteer action going on here, and I find that very admirable. Now, next Saturday, September 20th. What was September 20th? National Fried Rice Day. You know what your fried rice needs? It needs some freshly grilled chicken. And you can get that freshly grilled chicken at the fire station. The Northeast Fire and Rescue Station, I believe, is their new one. That's located at 202 3rd Street in Summerdale. 202 3rd Street in Summerdale. If you're getting lost, if you got any confusion, let me know. They start at 10 o'clock. You can walk up or you can drive up. They will give you a chicken. They will give you a roll. They will give you a baked potato. They will give you a pat of butter, and they will give you applesauce. It's done up really nice, and it's in a little clamshell, and you get two of them you get one for $12, two for $24. You can throw in a tip because it's all going towards the volunteer fighters that do the things here, like keep us safe and keep us protected. So think about that. If you've got nothing better to do, go out there and check them out. The Northeast Fire and Rescue. 202 3rd Street in Summerdale. It starts at 10 and it goes until food runs out. Again, $12 gets you a chicken, and it gets you some potatoes and some sauce, some of the apples, a little pat of butter, and a little roll. You get all that, $12, and you're helping do a good thing. You're getting food, you're getting sustenance, and you're providing money to keep our volunteer firefighters rolling. And that has been your community comedy charity note. Cha come. Ha 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 ha. I like that. Anyway, moving on. Oh my goodness. It's time for our favorite part of the program. It is time for This Week in History, trivia style. I have been using... I trust it. I trust that that's working. Okay, so I've got the big screen up here. Nothing says Pennsylvania like meat. Lots of things say Pennsylvania that aren't just meat. You may be the only person playing along today, Mr. Taney. I don't see any other. I know the family generally watches along with you, but they don't check in. And you don't answer for everybody, so I don't know how we do this. But you know what? Even if it's only me and you on the live version, it's still just me and you, and we're still going to do it. We're going to have a good time. If you are, that's you on TikTok land too. So don't get me confused. Here we go with This Week in History, trivia style. I asked the AIs to give me 7 questions about this week in history. I ask it to make it of medium difficulty. They have friends over and I am antisocial. It's time for This Week in History, trivia style. Every week, we ask AIs to give us a couple of questions. We ask them to make it of moderate difficulty, to make the answers multiple choice, and to save the answers until the end so we can play along with the audience. There is a significant delay with Facebook. So as far as I can tell, I've only got one live viewer today, and that's okay. I know a lot of you watch it later, and some of you never watch it at all. Your loss. So, James, you're on both platforms. If you want to answer on the old talk of ticks there, we can move things along quite briskly. The first question, on September 15th, 1821, what country declared its independence from Spain? September 15th, 1821, who said no mas to Spain? Was it Mexico, Costa Rica, Guatemala, or El Salvador? Which one was it? I will wait temporarily for your answer, and I'll give you my answer. I am not giving my answer in advance, especially if it's only us. So again, ask the question again. Listen more closely, sir. On September 15th, 1821. September 15th, 1821. What country declared its independence from Spain? Your multiple choice options are Mexico, Costa Rica, Guatemala, El Salvador. Came over. Okay, all right. And came over. It said you were here the whole time, so I don't know how you can come over. He is going with Mexico. And I am going to go with Guatemala. Yes, September 15th is significant in Guatemala culture. Question number 2. Which U.S. president signed the bill creating the first national park in 1872 on September 19th? What U.S. president signed the bill creating the first national park in 1872 on September 19th? If you know who the president was in 1872, you know the answer to this question. Bonus points if you know what park he designated the first national park. Here are your multiple choice options. Was it Abraham Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant, Theodore Roosevelt, or Woodrow Wilson? Who out of the 4 created the first national park in America? Ooh, we got 2 over there. I got a Yosemite. Oh, let me do this. That makes everything bigger. Like my teeth. So James has already answered with Roosevelt, and he has also answered with Yosemite for bonus points. He is correctamundo. We don't know. My answer is also Roosevelt, and my bonus points are also Yosemite. Question number 3, the New York Times published its first issue. The old lady published her first issue on September 18th of what year? What year, New York Times? Here are your multiple choice options. 1851, I love this, 1861, 1871, or 1881. Now, I'm going to look for your answer, and then I'm going to explain my answer. My answer when it comes to multiple choice answers that involve numbers and I don't know the answer to, I take away the top, I take away the bottom. That gives me 2. And out of those 2, 50, 60, 70, and 80, I'm going to go with 1861. But for some reason, I feel that's in the middle of the war, at the beginning of the war. I am going against myself, and I'm going to say 1851. James is going to go with 1861. So this is where 2 paths on the road divide. And I took the one less traveled by. What? Yes, that didn't just happen. All right. Question number 4. What event occurred on September 20th, 1519, marking the beginning of a significant exploration? Think about this now. September 20th, 1519. Somebody did something that began significant exploration. Here are your multiple choice options. Was it Columbus discovered America? Was it Magellan began his circumnavigation of the globe? Was it Vasco da Gama reaching India? Or was it the Mayflower setting sail? So if you know anything about anything, you know that Columbus discovering America, America, lots of air quotes there. He says the Westward Passage. I'm going to need you to be more specific. Here are your multiple choice options. Columbus discovered America, Magellan began his circumnavigation, Vasco da Gama reached India, or the Mayflower set sail. Mayflower had already been here. Columbus had already been here. You're down to 2 options, Magellan or Vasco da Gama. Who was it? By the way, both Portuguese. Westward Passage. I need a better answer than Westward Passage. Magellan is an answer I will accept. It is also an answer I will agree with. Bonus points if you know Magellan's full name. And by the way, you keep your own score. So if you get bonus points, don't get bonus points. That's all on you. If you get it right, get it wrong. I don't care. I'm not keeping track. We do this for fun. Try to learn a little something new every day. Francis. On question number 5, on September 21st, 1937, what famous novel was published? On September 21st, 1937. I wouldn't call that a moderate question. That's a long, long time ago. That's almost 90 years ago. And you're supposed to know what famous novel was published on that day? Here are your options. The Grapes of Wrath, Of Mice and Men, The Hobbit, or Gone with the Wind. Mr. Taney immediately jumps in with The Grapes of Wrath, which concerns me because I was toying between Gone with the Wind and The Grapes of Wrath. I feel like it's Gone with the Wind, and I'm going to go with that. So again, this is where we divide. Question number 6. What significant event occurred on September 22nd, 1862 in the United States? What significant event occurred on September 22nd, 1862? No, I think I am wrong. Great Depression was 39. In the United States. We'll find out soon. September 22nd, 1862 in the United States, what significant event occurred? Here are your multiple choice options. The signing of the Emancipation Proclamation, the start of the Civil War, the Gettysburg Address, or the end of the Civil War. So James has got it covered by just saying Civil War, which is all 4 answers. Is it the start, the end, the Gettysburg Address, or the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation? For those of you watching this in the future, of which there may be none, I'll say this. What you don't know about the Gettysburg Address is Lincoln kind of invited himself. He was an afterthought, and after the speaker before him spent 2 hours bloviating, he went up and gave a 2-minute speech that has lived in infamy. Crazy how things work out. I think the dedication of the cemetery at Gettysburg was closer to September. They had a lot of dead from July. I'm gonna go with the Gettysburg Address. That's me. He is going to go with the Civil War ended. I think your final answers ended. Again, you're keeping your own score. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. 62. Yeah, in 62. Wait. 1862. No, that tracks. That's right. You got your answer. I got my answer. I'm arguing with my sole contestant. This is why I don't do real game shows. Shut up! Shut up, you! He's a lifelong resident of this area, which is near Gettysburg, so he knows a bunch of Gettysburg stuff, and maybe I don't. It's okay to be wrong, okay? You may be right. I may be crazy. September 23rd, 1846 marks the discovery of what planet? What planet was discovered on September 23rd, 1846? Here are your multiple choice options. Uranus. And yes, that's how I pronounce it. That's how it was taught to me. That's how I pronounce it. I don't know if the teachers were making a joke when I was a kid, but it was always Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And telling you that made me think of my answer. Was it Uranus? Was it Neptune? Was it Saturn? Or was it Pluto? What planet was discovered on September 23rd, 1846? He's arguing about not being a lifelong resident. He says Neptune. I concur. I believe the correct answer is also Neptune. We do not find Pluto until many years later, and then we do not declassify Pluto from planet status till even many more years later, which is BS. We have plutonium because of Pluto, and the dog with the fluffy ears. Here are the answers to this week's questions. Give yourself a pat on the back if you get all 7 right, and if you didn't, well, try harder, suck less. Question number 1, Guatemala. Question number 2 is not right. Hey, mother just showed up. Question number 2 says Ulysses S. Grant, but I do not believe that's true. I strongly believe, as does Mr. Taney, that it was Teddy Roosevelt and it was Yosemite, but I will research this after the show to find out what that's all about. 1851 is the other question with, what was that question about? Oh, the New York Times, first published in 1851. I don't think you got that one right. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to find out later. Question number 4, it was Ferdinand Magellan, not Francis. Ferdinand Magellan, who began his circumnavigation of the globe. Question number 5 was The Hobbit. The Hobbit. Not The Grapes of Wrath. Not Gone with the Wind. The Hobbit. I don't feel like that's right. Question number 6 was the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation. I'm confused. I thought the Gettysburg Address was the Emancipation Proclamation. Oh, the signing. Okay. I guess he didn't sign it there. Up is down, back is white. Cats are, cats and dogs are hanging out together. You got me thinking of the very famous Ghostbusters speech. And question number 7 was Pluto. So we've got to go to the judges on a couple of them. It was a good time had by all. The kimchi lady, I don't know if you're familiar with this lady, but the kimchi lady, she makes more than kimchi. And she's down there in Mechanicsburg right now. She's selling her wares. And I'm heading that way soon. So if you're interested in hanging out in the wilds or seeing out in the wilds, I'll share with you the invite if anybody wants to catch up out there. We'll meet up at Kimchi Ladies while I buy me some gimbap. Because gimbap is tasty and delicious, but it is also very labor intensive. But if I can buy it from her, less labor for me. A new episode of the LUNSB Show will be taped today. I think we'll be including guest host 2 Bars again, because she's been doing a fantastic job. And we like having her around. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you could be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Brew sends her love. 2 Bars is going to work on an outline. And until next time, stay safe. Oh, let me make it look a little bit more fluid. Oh, I can fade to black.